use the hotspot from my phone because our home internet's being slow. I mean, it might even just be YouTube because, yeah, my hotspot can usually handle my Xbox Series S with no issues. Like I game seamlessly online, so it might just be my computer. My computer just might be having a bad day. I don't know. But yeah, just like I did last night, I'm matching my jersey to my lights. Um, I know nerd things. Um, I figured that'd be a cool little thing to do every episode. Like um, yeah, match match with my lights in the background. Cool little thing. But anything you want to talk about? I know. I did want to get started by acknowledging something I said yesterday. And I mentioned somebody, not giving my money back on Cash App like they said they would. I knew as soon as I woke up today, I was going to try to handle that like as soon as I could, and yeah, I handled it. I handled it pretty soon after the person I connected with replied. We got it taken care of in about 30 minutes. I got the money we agreed upon for me to receive. I got it back, and the person said it was their significant other that requested the money from me, not them. But I don't believe that shit. So, but hey, I got my money back. I knew I was one way or another. I knew as soon as I woke up today, whatever it took, I was gonna get the like. At that, I'm happy. Um, so yeah, I got that result. Like I said, it was just a principle of it. Like if you agree to actually pay me back, then yeah, I want my money back. If it was no, I was extending myself. Uh, I was extending a gesture. Like honestly, I shouldn't have in the first place. But yeah, lesson learned. Um, yeah, no comment. Okay.
Don't really know what to say.
Um, but yeah, no, today was a lot better day. It just felt like I had the confidence that for whatever reason I lacked yesterday. Like I said, I had that mindset at the end of the day, like fuck this, and yeah, I kind of carried it around with me, and feel like people get sense, like since a slightly more serious version of me today. A bone that I'm gonna try to make something happen with. Um, we'll see where that leads. I'm not gonna say much more than that, just for work purposes. Oh wow! Like, I realize like how you are, but yeah, she has a more comfy chair, so that's why she looked different than the last episode she was in. I know yesterday you could see it. It was a new little seat that she's gonna sit in. Cause I have like just a basic computer chair. I mean, if I do get some funds rolling in, I'll for sure upgrade my chair. But for now, this little 30, 40. Um, but yeah, no. So the title of today's episode. Next week will be our 1 year anniversary, and I've been thinking about it the past few days. Like in that 1 year, we packed a lot of events, sporting events, um, just a lot of fun things that I don't know. I feel like it might be pretty close to or even surpass the amount of things I did in my previous relationship, which was like over the span of 5 years in a year. Um,
I don't know what else to say.
you don't know what to say.
You're saying everything.
Okay. Um, so it started off with Fast and Furious 9, right? It was 9.
Mhm.
And then after that, it was basically just all the new movies, for the past year that have released. So that's been pretty awesome, because the past, the past phase of the MCU, I really only went to go see like the major ones, like. But now we're watching like every single one. So
And
um,
pretty much on the day that they come out too. So that's been
yeah, not even the day they come out, like the day before.
yeah.
Like the like before the day premieres.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, that it's unfortunate that happened, but at least some kind of good came out of it. Um,
Yeah, because I went to midnight premieres when I was younger,
Same.
and I don't miss them, to say the least. I definitely don't miss them. I like 8, 9 o'clock, but but yeah, I definitely miss midnight premieres. I can't stay up that late anymore.
Yeah, no, it's a weird. Even say maybe 6 years ago, I could easily stay up gaming all night, till 2 to 5 a.m. And now by like 12, I'm ready to like system. I mean, last summer I did stay up pretty late a few times, but it's only because I had like a gaming group to play with. It's the only possible way I could stay up late playing, and I seldomly have anybody to play with. So, but yeah, no, like I can't. Like she said, I could hardly stay up late anymore. So I am kind of glad that they abolished the night premieres. Um, but we have went to one of the movies we went to.
We went to go see the new Batman movie. Encanto, a few other kids movies, not just Encanto.
Lightyear and Sonic.
And then isn't there another one?
I'm not sure.
I don't remember, but I know. Trying to think if there was like another one that I could think of. That was like a random one that we saw together. Besides, like I said, I know we saw the Batman because we saw that with his daughter. She had asked to go see it, and then, but yeah, we were mainly just on me and you, because
Yeah.
definitely the kid movies, the kids do sit through a little bit better, but even when we saw the Batman, Olivia did not sit well through.
Yeah, she told us she wanted to go see it, so we waited for her. And yeah, like I don't know. I think she sat through Encanto a little better, right, or no?
Mm-hmm. And Encanto wasn't quite as long either.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Encanto was only like maybe a little over an hour and a half or something like that.
And I feel like I guess like the music and the colorfulness of it. I mean, I feel like that was a little more easier to digest.
Through Encanto. So
Yeah, we took him to see Spider-Man, uh, No Way Home, and yeah, like taking him to the movies with light up shoes was a mistake because he was just
yeah, we did not think that through.
he would not listen when we were telling him to stop making his shoes light up the whole theater. Like, yeah, I don't know. I hate feeling like that person that's like ruining an experience for somebody else. And
I think
I
you
felt
finally
like
took
that.
them off.
Yeah, I think we did finally just take them off and like, hey, just sit in the seat. Like,
I'm so surprised he didn't fall asleep. Honestly, like I wish he would have just fallen asleep.
Yeah.
Because yeah, it was not the right movie for him. But he did really well at Sonic.
Yeah.
He loved Sonic. I mean, he did very, very well at Sonic. And then Lightyear.
Yeah.
He did pretty well at, but yeah, definitely Sonic. He was, I mean, he did have a couple times where he was like, but I mean, it was a kid movie, so it was a little bit different.
Yeah.
But it was also, time we saw Spider-Man, remember, there was also those people that fell asleep. They were being louder than Anthony, so I didn't feel super bad. We had two people, probably were they like above us or below us?
Yeah, they were like,
and they
were behind us,
and they were snoring, like loudly snoring, and because they had fallen asleep in the movie, and they had even got woke up and then went right back to sleep. But yeah, they
Yeah,
were.
there was like attendants trying to wake them up, and like that was kind of distracting too. The attendants coming to like, "Hey, sir, sir," like,
I mean, they were loud. I mean, it wasn't just like a, kind of like you could kind of hear the loud breathing. Like, I mean, it was loud snoring.
mm,
So I kind of feel like, yeah, Anthony was a distraction. I'm not saying that he wasn't, but at least like it wasn't as much of a distraction as that. Like I was more distracted by the people snoring,
yeah,
because there were a few times where he was sitting down pretty well, but yeah, those people snoring, I remember that because I think even like Anthony goes, "What are they doing?"
mm,
And I was like, shh, I was like, shh, like, but yeah, the people that were sitting there next to them kept trying to wake them up, and then kept trying to get other people to wake them up, and it just was not like. And then like the fact that they went back to sleep, I think the people next to them just gave up. If I had fallen asleep like that and stayed asleep for most of the movie, I would have just left and gone back to the movie at a different time just because they wasted most of their movie. And we were like, were we at that theater or Clear Fork?
um, that part I don't know. No, we were down the street.
But still, like, I mean, we are not as expensive as like places like, Dallas is obviously a little bit more to go see movies, but it still kind of costs, a pretty penny
Hmm.
to go see a movie. And so, like, you spend all that money and then you just fall asleep.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I did doze off for a few minutes during the Batman, and I think it was Sonic also. I passed out a little bit
Yeah, you
during
did.
Sonic
I
also.
remember that.
Like, no, I definitely enjoyed the movie, but I don't know, like I was just super relaxed, and yeah,
And I remember tapping you and you were like, so? And
yeah,
I'm like, but you fell asleep. You wake up.
dad problems, like I can only imagine how soon into a movie my dad would fall asleep these days. I haven't been to the theater with him maybe 15 years or something crazy, maybe more than 15 years, honestly. But yeah, my dad falls asleep at home when we were watching something all the time. So I can't imagine the theater. He'd probably be out in 20 minutes and sleep the whole damn movie, because he'd probably, say afterwards, hey, I never get to sleep in a room this dark, and, in this cool atmosphere. But yeah, like, I don't know. I was just super relaxed. And yeah, I was just like, yeah, good little nap. I mean, I did wake up for the end of the movie, for the climax of the movie and the end. But yeah, I took a nice little nap in between.
It's just kind of one of those movies where you're just kind of like, it's obviously more geared towards kids. But yeah, he definitely is in that phase right now of Sonic.
Hmm.
Everything.
Yeah, yeah. His birthday party in a few weeks is gonna be awesome. He's gonna love his decorations, and yeah, definitely need to.
Oh yeah, we need to go to the store.
Yeah, need to. We're still preparing, but what what he has so far is gonna be pretty awesome. Definitely see how he reacts to it.
Yeah, he's already seen a couple of the things, but like mainly like the decorations, not the actual like gift. He wanted to see the gift, but I told him no.
But yeah, aside from the movies, we've also been to 3 Rangers games now, which once again that's definitely been a fun experience.
Our first official date was the Rangers game when we went.
Yeah, out of the 3 times, Rangers have only won once, but we still had a good time. Um, when we went.
Then we went to the Mavs game once, and then
Yeah, they lost that game also. Yeah,
a couple of double WWE events.
yeah. Like I feel like we've enjoyed ourselves, but like the sporting events, and so like you said, the 2 WWE events, one really sucked. And I was disappointed because it was like the Raw after WrestleMania. That's like infamous for having the rowdiest fans, loud, crazy, random chants, like awesome returns or awesome storylines, but it just fell flat. Like the fans cheered for Cody Rhodes coming back, and then after that, it was just like a snooze fest. and I felt bad because it was her first WWE event. And I was like, I was trying to like, like, hey, it's usually better than this. I was, I was excited. I said, damn, I can't wait. Like I've always, seeing, watching those shows on TV, and like, damn, I hope I get to go to one day. And I finally went one, and it was like the worst one of all time. Like the energy sucked. But we went
And if
to,
we hadn't gone, it probably would have been really good.
yeah. But the event we went to last Friday, so I read this interesting stat on Twitter. Like there was literally out of the 2 hours of the like technical show, there was only like 13 minutes of actual wrestling from 7 to 9 p.m.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, my friend Romero who went with us, today we're talking at work, he told me that stat. I said, oh yeah, I read that too. And he was like, it didn't even feel like that. I was like, I know, like that's the crazy thing. Like I still had a blast, even though that's like a crazy stat. I still had like a really, really good time. I think it was the match before SmackDown officially started and the one after, I think that kind of like satisfied the people in attendance appetites. I don't know about at home, obviously I can't speak to that, but no, in person it was a really good show. It was a good mixture of like entertainment and wrestling. Um, except for this one part, like if you know WWE, the whole Maximum Male Mono stuff, like
the fashion show thing or
yeah,
whatever. I didn't get that.
it's just completely random. I don't see the point. Like I hope it has a payoff, but right now I was just like, oh, it's so boring, and everybody was so disinterested too. Like everybody's like, okay, let's go to the next segment. Like
A lot of people got up during that time and
yeah, like
got drinks and stuff, and yeah, no, it was boring.
but honestly, that's like the only low point for me. Like everything else, I enjoyed. Um,
It was very cheesy, but it was also boring.
and I jumped from the fireworks like 2 or 3 times. They were making fun of me.
I did too, though, so it's okay.
Like I don't know why, but one point, like the first time it happened, I was zoning out, just like enjoying the moment, and then it happened, and I jumped, and I looked over, and they were both like, her and my friend were laughing at me. I was like, like, I don't know what happened. I was just like zoned in, and yeah, I mean, it was pretty funny though. But yeah, no, I didn't get to watch any fireworks this July 4th, so it was nice to see a little bit a few days after July 4th. So I was like, hey, fuck it, I'm still seeing a little bit of fireworks.
Yeah, because I think didn't I have to work that?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I did have
Yeah,
to
you
work
were
that
at work.
night.
She was at work.
I was at work, but you were at work that night too, though.
But I got off in time to
Yeah.
see stuff if you were off.
But
And in the Mavs game, it was, I don't know, like it was like, I say maybe a fourth into the season. It was before Luka had really gotten the shape, and they hadn't made the trade. They hadn't traded Porzingis yet, so he was just sucking ass. And really, Luka was only the only like playmaker on the team at that point. Like Jalen Brunson hadn't like got hot and gotten his groove yet. So when Luka was on the bench, Porzingis was out there dribbling between his legs, shooting threes, shooting all kinds of crazy ass shots. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, could you have maybe stopped after the first two misses? Like, you don't have it today, dude. Stop trying. But now, of course, a few weeks after that, they got on a hot streak and they went to the Western Conference Finals. But I mean, hey, at least I get a little footnote in that. I got to see them the year they went to the Western Conference Finals. I mean, it would have been nice if they won, but still a few pieces away. But I don't know. Do you remember that experience at all, or no? Like the Mavs game?
not really. I was very tired that day,
Hmm.
and so I mean, I was just kind of like, I remember probably more so going to the game than I actually remember the full game.
And I think it was like pouring down rain while we were right while we were there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was like we got lucky to when it started pouring down when we were already at the train station, right?
Was that at SmackDown or was that at?
You mean Raw?
Yeah.
You're right. That could have been at Raw. You're right.
That's what I meant. Was that I think that was at Raw that it was
I'm
raining
probably
really bad.
misremembering. Yeah, probably right.
But no, but I do remember the Mavs game. It was just, I mean, like I said, it was fun, but I mean, it was kind of like I just remember being really tired that day too. So
And then the Rangers game. So yeah, the first game we went to together was it both of our first time? Was it your first time there at the new one?
mhm.
Yeah, we went to Globe Life Field. I hate that they're both still called Park and Field. Like that's it's so confusing sometimes.
Well, the other one's Choctaw.
Oh, it's Choctaw now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Never mind. It is Globe Life Field. I'm glad they did that. So okay. I forgot. But yeah, no, it was our both of our first time at Globe Life Field. So I feel like that experience, in itself was made it special. Even though they did lose, I mean, they did show a little bit of comeback possibility, but they ended up, not coming back and losing. But still, there was like a good inning or two where they did, hit a home run or two. Got to see the fireworks at the new stadium for the first time, and there was like a dude, sitting close to us too. Like we moved seats that I was talking to. We were like bantering back and forth about the game. Like that's always cool. Meeting a random cool dude at a wrestling event or a sporting event. I enjoy that because I'm up for that. Like hey, we like the same team. Why not? Why not? Talk shit together about the other team or about the game. Like shoot the shit. I like that.
Yeah, that was a fun game. It was much better when we moved. Oh, I remember when we were in the first original spot that we were at. Like everybody was just kind of just sitting there, like not really
Yeah, not
interacting or anything like.
like with the fans around you, like their interest into the game. But the last game we just went to a few weeks ago, that was a really good game. Like it was competitive, and it was fun doing the waves. Like I hadn't done the waves since the old, so that was a fun time too. I mean, it wasn't that good on our end of the stadium, but still, I was part of it. Like that's part of that dad life, you want to do the wave. But yeah, no, the last time we went, we went with both kids, and my son was just sitting and talking to this random group of girls.
Yeah.
They were like late teens, early 20s. Like they were cool with him. Like he was like sitting next to them. Like he was having a blast talking to these girls, and they were like fawning over him. Like, oh my God, you're so cute. I was like, wow, like he really does make friends so easily, and
Yeah. He's that age though where he will.
yeah, I mean, one of my coworkers and I were talking about it the other day. It was the one that I stopped when she was walking out and she came back. The first coworker we talked to the other day. I was talking to her, like a few days after she had met him, and I was like, like I'm worried, I'm worried about him in school because, I know he may be bullied because of how nice he is, or some people might take advantage of that, and that's my biggest worry about him starting school next month is just I know other kids are assholes. Not all parents are good parents and raise like respectful kids. Like sure he gets rowdy like most kids, but no, like he just wants to be friends and make friends. So
Yeah.
that's my biggest worry about him going into school for sure. Is yeah, just people taking advantage of his kindness and his happiness. I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure he keeps that though, because I love his energy. It's awesome.
Yeah.
He's so happy. Everybody that meets him thinks he's the happiest, most adorable kid, and he is. Like I want him to stay that way.
He'll be the one thing that uh, he'll be definitely already pretty smart.
Yeah,
And he's going to be definitely one of the, like, I don't know if he'll be like in like the GT classes, but he'll definitely be, possibly be in those classes because I mean he's already pretty smart.
and he's a quick learner too. Like that's the he has also. Like one weekend he was here, we told him, how to say his birthday, and yeah, by the end of it, he remembered how to say it. So like the very first fast learner, and
He'll spell his name, and then I was working with him on spelling his last name too.
but yeah, he could spell his name already on a computer. He does it on Minecraft. Like, yeah, I'm gonna make sure he stays on the right path, and
He's a pretty like good, like he talks well for his age too.
mm-hmm.
Like even though he's about to be 5, like he has pretty much does complete sentences.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes he doesn't, but like
It's just because he doesn't know the word or how to use it in the right context. But you get what he's saying.
but he still can pretty much do almost full complete sentences, like thoughts and sentences and stuff like that. So that's good.
And that's the one thing I know from experience that I'm definitely going to teach him when he gets older, probably late elementary or middle school. Because I went through it myself. In elementary school, I was like one of the smartest ones in my elementary school. I remember, and I was friends with the smart kids too. Like I remember competing against my friends, trying to like get better grades or try to get higher up on that list. And then middle school, puberty hit, and you know what was on my mind? Girls first, and then school, like all the way down here. And I want to talk to them like, hey, that's gonna happen, or boys. Let me just say that. Like, I'm accepting. Like all of that's gonna come. Worry about this. Worry about that first. Worry about school first. Like, trust me. Don't be like me. Don't throw away. Don't throw away your intelligence just to chase after girls. So like, they're definitely gonna be there. And arguably, the smarter you are, I mean, the the better significant other you'll have. I feel like I don't know.
Everything.
Yeah, because I feel like dumbass people have dumb relationships. To be honest, I mean, I follow a few on Snapchat where I'm like, the fuck are you doing? So yeah, I'm definitely keep him on the right path. And I know his mom will too. So yeah, but I'm just trying to think of.
We've also done some free stuff together. Like we, went to the Christmas tree.
Oh yeah.
And like the water gardens.
Mm-hmm. And I like that. We take a lot of pictures.
We went to a wedding together.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that was the first wedding I ever went to was with her. Like I did take pictures at like a backyard wedding. I mean, I guess you could call it, but I want to call the one we went together the first official one. Because I mean, I don't know. I feel like a Mexican wedding in somebody's backyard with just some decorations, thrown up. I don't know. Like, of course they were officially married, but still, I don't feel like it's a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know they would disagree, but I'm just saying.
Like it was actually this wedding was actually like in a church.
Yeah.
Well,
or at a venue.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a church that had like a separate venue for weddings and stuff like that. But the actual like reception was at the church, in that little reception hall.
Yeah, I had a blast, and
but it was
oh yeah, I stayed in the Airbnb for the first time. The day of / before the wedding. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just gonna say it was a more, I guess you could say, a little bit more of an accepting church that we went to. Because it was I don't really remember. I think it's like United Church of Christ or something like that is what it was called. So like there was even like And when we had the reception, there was even drinking, like at the reception.
Yeah, I remember had me. I think some Dos Equis. I think that's what I was drinking. I think I had a few of them, but yeah.
I think I had some Dos Equis too. I think that's what I was drinking.
And one of my like just like random favorite parts of it was there was just so many planes flying over, like
Oh yeah, because it
outside.
was right next to left field. It wasn't far from left field at all.
But yeah, that was pretty awesome too. Just going outside and looking at the planes, especially like when it was over. The sun was setting, so watching some airplanes fly through during sunset, that was pretty awesome.
But yeah, I do remember that was fun, and that was uh it was a nice Airbnb, but at the same time, like there were things about it that I didn't like about the Airbnb, but it was nice though.
Mm. But yeah, our Airbnb was in Oak Cliff, and that was a place like I always heard about, through friends, on local TV. Is I'd always, you hear different things about Oak Cliff, but that place was amazing. Like the murals.
It had a lot of artwork, yeah.
Yeah, the artwork on the buildings, the murals were amazing. I took a lot of pictures that morning after, as we were killing time before the ceremony.
Oh yeah, when me and Olivia were getting our nails done.
Yeah, like it was an awesome location. We were near like the arts district of Oak Cliff, and like it has so much personality, and it was a vibe for sure.
It was almost. I remember you saying though it was almost too quiet. The Airbnb.
Yeah, I think I said that in a previous episode.
Yeah.
I'm just now thinking about it now. Yeah, we talked about it. One of the last times we were on. But yeah, it definitely was. I don't know. It's just.
Because I don't think there was a TV in the bedroom, was there?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think there was just a TV in the living room, but like.
Yeah, I think it was just like a big ass mirror and a dresser. You're right, I believe.
And it was kind of quiet, I will say.
That didn't stop her from snoring, falling asleep easily though.
I don't fall asleep that easily.
You did, but what else was I gonna say?
But we officially had not moved in together at that time. We had just kind of pretty much been around each other almost every night, though. I think I said that the other day. Like ever since you moved back with your parents, and then you were either over at my place or I was over at yours pretty frequently.
Yeah.
And there wasn't very many nights that we spent where we weren't.
I mean, the only ones mainly were like if you had to work or I had to work like super early and it just didn't make sense, or the damn parking pass system, which I don't miss at all.
The parking passes at both of our places.
Oh yeah, you got your car towed.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that. That was bullshit.
Like one of the first, like I'd been staying there for like, what was it, at least
a few weeks, I would say, before it happened.
Yeah, like it had been a while. Like I'd been parking over there, and then my car got towed, and it took me a little bit to finally find it. It took me. I had to figure out where it was.
I was gonna say the fucking company took responsibility for their signage not being visible. Like they did not promote the damn website you had to sign up on for the parking at all, like clearly at all, and they didn't take fucking responsibility for it, which I feel like that was bullshit. I feel like they should have. Okay, you're right. Like, I think now they maybe have the painting in the parking spot of like the H4 towing what to put.
You can actually see them a little bit better now too.
But yeah, before I feel like they shouldn't have been towing people, honestly.
But no,
it wasn't marked clearly
but that
at all.
company but not the apartment company, but the company that particular towing company, they they did anything to make a quick buck and would tow somebody because when they moved or when they came to my old apartments, I remember there was one night me and him were about to go to sleep, and they were trying to tow a car, and he was making sure that that wasn't his car or my car. Well, wouldn't have been my car, but I was making sure it wasn't his. And the guy was like, "What are you doing? Like, I have a permit for this car. Like, why are you towing it?" Because when I first moved there, they would only tow you if your car was like underneath one of the covered parking spots. That's the only time that they would tow you. Unless you paid, obviously, unless you paid for it. But like, if you hadn't paid for the extra spot and you were parked there, like you could possibly get towed. But that was the only time. And then when this new company took over, and then they got the towing company involved, it was terrible. I remember. I could not stand. I could not stand that H4 towing.
Yeah, fuck H4 towing for real.
Okay, really, like they're just crooks, and like I had two. Like the guy was saying, "Oh well, we have 2 cars. You're allowed to have 2 cars registered to an apartment." And even then, what if you have like a mom and a dad, and then a kid that starts driving that gets a car? You've got to be able to have more than just 2 cars to your name or to your apartment. But I remember one of my coworkers, she got her car towed, and she lived in that apartment at that time when it got towed. And it was registered, but they still towed it.
So I have 2 other towing stories. So one, it was a friend. So he's a DJ. I think back in the day, along with DJing, he did like valet parking. He was a parking attendant, right? So sometimes after work, I'd probably, at that time, I was probably like out with. So he would come, and like the visitor parking there, so it was a trailer park, and the visitor parking was like all the way up at the front. Like, I mean, like it's just like a major inconvenience where the visitor parking was for most trailers in the trailer park, right? So, he came and parked like right in front of my window. I'm like, okay, he's right in front of my window. We'll see or hear something if something happens. Like I said, literally, he parked literally right by my window. I don't know how we didn't see it, how we didn't hear it, but at the end of the night, maybe 2 to 3 hours later, after we were hanging out, he went outside and his damn car was towed like that, like silently and quickly. And then another time was I was expecting like a late night lady friend visit, and I think at that time we had like 3 cars. So we had like one long, just like a full driveway, and then we had like a half spot where like only 1 car would fit. So yeah, 2 cars and then 1 car. But one night he was like, just move that one up. Just move the single car up as far as you can. So
were you at your trailer?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was at the trailer again. So like whoever comes to visit, like they won't be able to pull all the way in, but they won't be like all the way out on the street also. They'll be like halfway or so. So we did that, and of course said person didn't come. And then as I woke up in the morning, boom, car was gone.
Your car?
Yeah. It was the car I was driving at the time, which I think technically was like my mom's. But yeah, so we moved it up, and yeah, it was gone in the morning. And ironically enough, like it was on my birthday too. Like, because I remember I had also just got my income tax check too for that year. So I had to go cash my damn income tax check and spend like most of it on getting the damn car back from the tow yard. I still remember that. I was so fucking upset. It's like not only did I did not get some action, but I had to pay some damn money out of my income tax check on my fucking birthday to get the damn car back. Like, it was complete bullshit all around. I was not happy. It's like just my fucking luck, like the one time. It's bullshit, like it should be fine to park this much on your own grass. Like it was such a bullshit situation all around. But whatever, it happened. Like that was probably 11 years ago by now, I would say. But yeah, I still remember how fucking upset I was at that. But yeah, as I got older, I just realized like towing companies suck. Like I feel like they really should only be for car accidents, or if you're like stalled out somewhere, car fucks up on you somehow. I feel like those should be some of the only cases. Well, maybe like businesses too, but not apartment complexes. Apartment complexes don't
Or
fucking need towing.
or if there's like the covered parking. Like I
Yeah,
understand that. But much past that I don't really understand.
yeah. I mean, especially if you pay for it, I understand. But nah, like just towing other random cars just because they're not fucking registered on a fucking website. That's fucking that's capitalism right there. That's some
Well,
bullshit.
the only towing company that I liked recently was the towing company that helped tow my car to the. But that's actually kind of a different kind of towing. The towing company that towed me to uh, or towed my car to the junkyard so I could take a look at it the next morning. Um, but that's a little different. That company is only meant for like accidents and wrecks and stuff, like an actual like wrecker.
Mm-hmm.
That the other time, all the other towing companies, those are like, just go around the apartment, or just goes around at apartments. So yeah, no, they're the ones that are crooks. Not as much the one that helped us out when we had the accident.
Sorry. I know that was probably loud. Sorry.
But
I think I'm gonna call it a night.
so, what would you say of everything that we've done this year? What was your favorite?
That's a hard question. I mean, honestly, probably the wedding. Um, the wedding weekend. That's what I was trying to say. Like the dinner before the day before the wedding, and then going to the Airbnb, and then the wedding the next day. That was a nice chill weekend. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, like I said, it was just awesome to have like actual like cliche wedding experience. Like the reception in a wedding. Like I wouldn't say cliche, but the idealistic wedding experience. I would
So
say.
yeah, it was my best friend's wedding that I was the uh, best maid for, um, and it'd been kind of a long time coming. They had been trying to get married for a little bit then, and like trying to plan it. Uh, the venue and the church is a venue in a church that's always been accepting of gay couples, and then so that was kind of cool to see, like a different, like a church that was actually like accepting of that community and stuff like that. So that was kind of cool. But the actual like where the ceremony was, the architecture was pretty cool. I enjoyed that for sure. And then uh, the area where they have like their church services and stuff like that it was a really pretty, all bright colors area and stuff like that too. So that was kind of neat, to actually see a church that was actually very pro LGBT for sure. And then
Well, so what was your favorite experience?
Um, Probably enjoyed a couple things. I would say definitely the Rangers game. That was a lot of fun. The first one. That one was a lot of fun. And then probably also when we officially moved in together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like we took that next step of actually, moving in together and stuff like that. I would say the number one thing for both of us was probably, meeting up downtown and officially being engaged, not just like, saying, oh, well, when we're married and all that kind of stuff. So,
But yeah, I think go and call it. I'm getting a little tired, and my mind's going as smoothly as it should, just like the internet, just like my computer. And it was like an earlier day, one of my, the earliest I can go into work I did today, and yeah, I'm just ready to sleep in tomorrow, not have no damn alarm set, get a little bit of rest. I do plan on making something tomorrow, probably just a solo episode during the day, like I did last week. Hopefully, no extracurricular activities happen outside, so it goes, my day goes smoothly this time. But yeah, this has been episode 17. Do you have any parting words? No, none at all.
not that I can think of.
That's that she can think of. But yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow. See ya.